All right, so we live right here in New York City. I just do a little walk around on a Sunday evening and give you some contents. What is happening right here in the city, as always. I haven't been down to the bottom of Manhattan in a long time and decided to take a walk to bring you some contents. I was looking at the video a couple weeks ago, and the guy was saying that New York, in saying nothing, he said Africa is much better than New York, and he said he would not want to live in New York right now. He said he grew up in the United States and he had moved to Africa as he and his friend, and he said when he had returned a couple of years after that, he wanted to know how come people still living in the United States and also in New York. And so I wanted to take a walk around and let me know what you think. Do you think it's better that you live in Africa, or you still find yourself comfortable living in New York? I remember clearly it was right in the midst of the pandemic. We get a phone call from Atlanta and they were saying, what are you all doing in New York City? You should move to Atlanta. So much is going on right now in New York. You should move to Atlanta. Same thing that people were saying right after September 11. Why, so much is going on in New York right now, and it's a lot. How could you all live there? Things are so expensive. So I just wanted to show my friends and family on my channel what New York is all about. I think it still is the number one, what should I put it? Just lost my thought a minute ago. It's the number one city for where people visit right now. They still love New York City. And for people out there who are around the world, you have a chance. Actually, I was listening to a young woman in Africa, and she said, doesn't matter what people said. And she was saying that the grass is not green on the other side, but she said she wants to experience the grass for herself. She don't want anybody to tell her the grass is not greener. She want to go to the United States. She want to go to New York City. So to each of his own. So Sunday evening, Godfrey Johnson Broadcasting Media Incorporated LDD radio brand. If you get a chance, please subscribe to my channel. We have a lot in store for you here. A lot is coming on this channel, and I know you're going to love what we do with this media company here. But the best way for you to know what is going on, subscribe to us. We're going to be live sometime, and sometime we're going to do a video. All right, so please stay tuned. That's the only how you're going to know what's in store for you on this channel here. Subscribe, leave us a comment what you think. This is your channel. I said to you time and time again, if you is a young artist, you have your music, get it to me. If you have a book and you haven't been interviewed for your book, get it to me. If you have a story to share with the world and you don't have a channel, use my channel as a piggy bank to get your information and content on my channel. Actually, I have two channels. The other channels is LDD Radio News on YouTube. And anybody interested in using that channel, please reach out to me in the bottom, or you could reach me at 929-340-1659. That's 929-340-1659. All right, that's my second channel. All right, the one that you're looking at us right now is Godfrey Johnson Media on YouTube. So we're gonna take a walk. I haven't been down here for a while and just want to show, I have a personal relationship with the bottom of Manhattan. A couple of years ago, I was working as a messenger in Manhattan. My job as a messenger was actually to carry the paychecks for the doorman every Friday or every other Friday. So they would call me and said, go take the paychecks to such and such Broadway. Go and take the paycheck up Manhattan, 106th Street in Manhattan for the doorman. You know, our job was to bring them the paycheck. But I remember September 11, I experienced what went on. And this is what changed my life, actually. This is what motivated everything that I do here. Because a lot of people see September 11 through a video, a story. But I experienced it personally. I was working at UPS at Greenwich Street, and somebody came and says, "There's a fire at the World Trade Center." See, they rebuilt it right here. Give you the story. I'm gonna go in a little bit. And so we step outside around 8:30 in the morning, and there was a little hole from the World Trade Center at the time. I've been there many times delivering the mails at the World Trade Center. You know, that's 2021. And I mean, not 2021, but 2001. So it's something that inspired me a lot of time in everything that I do today. You know, I would go back and say this was the beginning of my life, September 11. So I haven't been in the bottom of Manhattan for a long time. I remember too, I was working with a guy from Jamaica, and we was doing delivery. I was the helper in the truck. And so we would drive all the way to the Bronx, New Rochelle to pick up the copy machine. I think it was Toshiba. And we would deliver the copy machine all over New York. And after September 11, after everything went down and most of the office space was closed down, we had to go to remove some of the office to New Jersey. It was dark, everything was boarded up. I remember you would go to the office, we were scared because we didn't know what was inside there, but anyhow, we had to do it. And this was right after September 11. I was still working at UPS at Greenwich Street. You know, in the morning I would go in around, let's say 4:30 in the morning, and I would do from 4:30 to 10 o'clock. Our job was to sort out the mail at UPS. So I have a personal relationship with the bottom of Manhattan. And so I haven't been here in a while. It kind of take me back to, you know, 22, 23 years ago, right? So I'm here, give you a little bit of what's going on here. Wherever you are. Actually, my company is on this block, 100 Church Street. That's where my company is. I don't know if I should share this with you, but my company is on Church Street here in Manhattan. If you go to my website, www.godfreyjohnsonco.com, that's www.godfreyjohnsonco.com. Actually, I'm passing my corporate office right here, 100 Church Street. That's where my office is, you know, so my studio. And I think one of these days I'm going to do a broadcast from there, so you have an idea. What you think? Say that Africa is much better to live than New York or United States, right? My name is Godfrey Johnson, live right here in New York City for the best of news, sports, weather, and anything that happens anywhere in the world. We broadcast it to you live right here. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. If you want to know what is going on with Newsworthy here in Brooklyn, New York, you could have us come, you know, do an interview, talk to you. If you know of any leaders from the Caribbean that are coming into New York City, this is where my business is. This is my business right here, 100 Church Street. This is where my business is right now, on the 8th. See, this is my business right here. I haven't been here in a while. I mean, years I haven't been down here. You know, delivering the mails and bringing the paychecks for the doormen that live down here is something very inspiring to me, you know. And that's when you see the growth in your life. I'll be doing a lot on this channel. You know, I wanted to use the bathroom and I think I was gonna hold it, but I don't know if somebody gonna allow me to use the bathroom. You know, so it's a Sunday evening right here in New York City. I hope you're hearing my audio much better. I actually have one of the cordless mic on me and I have a headphone, so just walking here on a Sunday, giving you the sight and sounds of Lower Manhattan. Starting to drizzle, it's raining. At the time, September 11, again, I was working at UPS at the time, around 8:30 in the morning, and we were working hard. Our head were down, taking care of the packages, loading and unloading the truck. And then somebody came and says, there is a little fire in the World Trade Center. And at the time, we thought he was joking. And when I walk outside, I saw just a little hole, nothing to thought about. And to make a long story short, we know what happened after that. The funniest thing is I was working at 12th Avenue on 42nd Street with UPS, but I was one of two persons. They had moved from 12th Avenue and 42nd Street down to Greenwich Street. And if I was not moved, I would not be able to experience the World Trade Center that day. So I could not bring that story to you at the end of the day. I don't know. Let's get some people, right? So we hear it. So here you are. I haven't been back here in a long time. And here's the World Trade Center. It's a place here where people could sit and eat. Begin to drizzle, I hope, that is not much. Good afternoon to you right here in New York City, live around the world. We're live at the bottom of the World Trade Center. What do you think? Guy said that after living in the United States for so long, and he had moved to Kenya, and when I said Kenya, he said Nairobi, Kenya, and he says a better life, he says much cheaper. What do you think? You think it's much cheaper? It will be much cheaper because of the dollar. I'm really not sure what's the exchange of the dollar in Kenya or Africa, but I surely believe a dollar would go a long way. A US dollar would go a long way in Africa. So we're here, people who still love New York City, still think a place where you could come and get friends and family. Begin to rain a little bit here. I hope it will not disturb our video. My name is Godfrey Johnson from Godfrey Johnson Broadcasting Media Incorporated, LDD Radio brand. LDD Radio being is one of the one of the first radio station that been broadcasting in Brooklyn, New York almost 30 years ago. There was a lot of other radio station, but this radio station was an FM. LDD Radio was one of the first of online radio station that were broadcasting to the Caribbean community out of Brooklyn, New York. Now, like I said, there were other radio stations, but there was an FM. A few people knew how to do the broadcasting, and anybody out there who are honest with themselves will tell you that LDD Radio was one of the first radio stations that been broadcasting to the Caribbean community almost 30 years ago. We broadcast a lot. We bring the Olympics that they had here. We also bring the live funeral of Nelson Mandela. I bring the funeral life of Michael Jackson. I broadcast live from different Caribbean island, football, cricket, LDD radio, news, almost 30 years ago. So we've been in the community, and I know that for a fact. I remember a couple weeks ago, I met a guy from the Jewish community, and he said to me, "Where you park your helicopter?" He said, "You should have your own helicopter now." Because I used to advertise for him a couple years ago, so he remembered me. And he said to me, "Where's your helicopter?" But sometimes in your life, you get a detour, you go through things, and you don't know how you get there. I remember looking at YouTube now. I've been doing YouTube video almost 30 years ago. Yes, 30 years ago. I could go back on YouTube and look at it. But I never really understood, the impact that you could have when you have a channel and you could affect the lives of people all over the world. And that's what there's no stopping me right now with Godfrey Johnson Broadcasting Media Incorporated. There is no stopping me because of AI and other things, we're able to do what we want to do right here. Sunday evening in New York City with the Music Man. Thank you so much for spending your time with us. Godfrey Johnson Broadcasting Media Incorporated LDD Radio brand. We want to say thank you again so much for spending your time with us right here. LDD Radio News and much more. Remember, for news, sports, weather, and anything that happened anywhere in the world, we broadcast it to you live right here on LDD Radio News in New York. Right? Don't forget to check out the website, www.godfreyjohnsonco.com. That's www.godfreyjohnsonco.com. www.godfreyjohnsonco.com. Sunday evening in New York City, Godfrey Johnson Broadcasting Media Incorporated, LDD Radio brand. Don't forget Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. One more time, www.godfreyjohnsonco.com. You want to send me an email? Godfrey@godfreyjohnsonco.com. That's Godfrey@godfreyjohnsonco.com. Sunday evening in New York City. My name is Godfrey Johnson from Godfrey Johnson Broadcasting Media. And we're live in New York City at the World Trade Center. And again, like I said, I was listening to somebody a couple of weeks ago, and he was saying that in New York City is not a place that you want to be right now when you click on it, to each of his own. And then again, I was listening to a young woman, and she said that they say the grass is not green on the other side, but she wants to experience the grass for herself. She wants to come to the United States and figure it out for herself, and she would judge for herself. And she herself was from Kenya. Godfrey Johnson Broadcasting Media Incorporated, LDD Radio brand. My goal in this channel is to give you a voice who didn't have a voice. Finally, there's a place that you could use to send your message to the world. Doesn't matter if you're in the basement, doesn't matter if you're on a housetop, church, organization, businesses. Because of AI, the world is being changed because of technology, and it's so important that you get in tune with what is happening here. If not, you're going to be left behind. All right? There's a lot of stores will be built. And like I said to you, I have a personal relationship with the World Trade Center, because I used to work for UPS. And many times I've been to the World Trade Center, and things happen I explained to you that that Tuesday morning when I went to work, and somebody come to me and said, "Hey, there's a fire at the World Trade Center." At the time, we didn't know what it were, but looking back at it, everything was rebuilt. So for people out there who are looking for, a place, to when you come to New York City, come to the World Trade Center. They have a lot of the stores here. Get some nice shoes that you want to get, like this. So one of the nice shoes that they have here. Something for the summer. You put on only that 40% off of it. Look at this right here. With all the belts. Sunday evening in New York City. My name is Godfrey Johnson. I must say that I want to say thanks to the people who had helped me along the way with our channels. I work with special people. I do not work with anybody, because what happened, a lot of people out there, what they do, they try to take your ideas, so I had to step out of my comfort zone and literally deal with strangers. When you're building your brand, you have to be careful, because not everybody have your best wishes for you. So we do it right here. Sunday evening in New York City, the 8th of June, 2025. My name is Godfrey Johnson from Godfrey Johnson Broadcasting Media Incorporated, LDD Radio brand. Don't forget to send me an email anywhere in the world. If you planning to travel and you need a guide into New York, reach out to me through my comment section or just send me an email. Godfrey, that's Godfrey at Godfrey, Godfrey Johnson co.com. That's Godfrey at GodfreyJohnsonCO.com. That's my corporate email. Godfrey at GodfreyJohnsonCO.com. That's one more time. Godfrey at GodfreyJohnsonCO.com. If you anywhere in the world and you come into New York City and you would like to, someone like a guide to show you some of the, beautiful and important sites in New York, just reach out to me, because a lot of time people kind of like scared or have a concern going in a place that they really don't know. We will guide you through. And when you come to New York, you have to visit Brooklyn. Brooklyn is one of the fastest place that is growing right now. You cannot find an apartment in Brooklyn. It's not like before. So when you come into New York, you have to come into Brooklyn and see, what it's like. It's a Sunday evening here with you. My name is Godfrey Johnson from Godfrey Johnson Broadcasting Media Incorporated, a brand of LDD Radio News. This is my brand, Godfrey Johnson. Also, don't forget the Music Man. The Music Man is what, with the music, I kind of merge it together with Godfrey Johnson Broadcasting, LDD Radio News, and the Music Man. So there's a lot of a corporation, a brand that I build in. And like I said to you, I've been doing this for over 24 years. 24 years. One of the hardest things that I've done in my life. And most of the time, I used to fund it myself with my personal funds. Now I understood business credit, and now Nothing could stop me. I understand what it is to have business funding. I've just get one of my first business credit card from American Express, so I know I'm on the right path. You know. Good afternoon to you in New York City. Thank you so much for spending your time with us. There's a bathroom here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to continue recording, and then when I'm finished, I'm going to go use the bathroom. This is the place to depart train, and it's for people who want to go to New Jersey. If you're interested in traveling to New Jersey, you know, just take a look at it. So you see. Again, for the depart train, if you want to go to New Jersey, is where you get a train. Good afternoon, Sunday evening in New York City. Before I forget, I want to say thanks to all those that support me over the past couple of years. I want to say thanks to the businesses. It's not easy for you to take a chance in people that you don't know. So I want to say thanks to all the businesses that support me. I want to say truly appreciate it. I want to say thanks to those. I went to Home Depot a couple of weeks ago and I wanted a corporate commercial account with Home Depot. And I met a beautiful woman there from Ghana, and she had went through everything for me, able to, you know, get what I want at the end of the day. So good afternoon to you here in New York City. This is the Music Man as always. Okay, thank you so much for spending your time with us. I was trying to get to the train station, but I really don't know where it is. I mean, if you're out there anywhere in the world and you want to come into New York City, you're in Canada, you're in the UK, especially if you're in the Caribbean and you're coming to New York for the first time and you want to get a guide, just call me, 929-340-1659. That's 929-340-1659. That's if you want to, you know, get a guide and somebody to guide you around. If you're anywhere in the world, the UK, India, Bangladesh, if you're in Brazil, if you're in Africa, if you're in what you called Dubai, anyway, you know, you come and just contact us and we can make sure that you have a good experience here. Broadcasting live here in New York City, Godfrey Johnson Broadcasting Media LDD radio brand. And with that, I'm going to share this with you. If you're a young blogger out there, or you're a person out there that into the music, you're into radio, into broadcasting, one of the first things you have to do before you do anything else, you have to write on a piece of paper, never give up. Never give up. Because there's going to be a trillion reasons to give up when you're doing something. I'm going to repeat it. There are going to be a trillion reasons to give up. And another thing, most of the people that you know would not support you. I'm talking about family, close friends, relatives would not support you. On my YouTube channel, I remember I sent it to a guy 2 days ago. I said, here's my channel, subscribe. He never did subscribe. The people who are going to subscribe to your channel is people who don't know you, strangers. Every single thing that I have in my life was given to me by strangers. God have a way of meeting you where you are. Because he knows for so long you are depending on a few people who never respect you, who never value you, who never like you, and they want you to fail silently. Right? They want you to fail silently. So you always have to pick up in the back of your mind that when you start something, you have to sidetrack those that you know family and friends. They would not support you. They would not subscribe to your channel. They would not listen to your radio station. They would not come to your event. And most of the time, they know that they are depending on you for your success. So your success is literally tied to their failure. I saw something a couple of days ago, and it said, if you got to understand that your success is one step away behind the door of fear, you can't be fearful. You cannot be fearful. If I have to do it all over again, I would not change anything for the world. For me, when Godfrey Johnson Broadcasting Media Incorporated, I built this channel and I built my brand. I was the first person that did a Christmas tree lighting for the kids, 20-foot Christmas tree lighting. Block party, businesses you have in every aspect of life. But most of the time, you will never get the recognition that you deserve, especially when it's coming from close to home. You will have to go outside, strangers, because they tell themselves that, and they put the limitation on you, because if I can do it, you can do it. And this is what it is. Most people who know you know what they have. They know what they ate this morning. They know what they have in their bank account. They know how they get paid on a Friday. And when they see you and you and them look alike, they are thinking, oh, well, we come from the same place, the same culture. So what I have is what you have, right? Not knowing that you could pay them sometime. But they think they're doing better than you or just like you. And most of the time, you would not be respected by them. All right, so we're still here. It's a Sunday evening. Keep you company as always. Subscribe to the channel if you can. This is where the park train is actually. I was trying to find out where it's at. I didn't want to put a camera in people's face. I'm going to do that another time. I'm just starting, so I'm just putting myself where I could be able to talk to people, you know, and things, right? So sooner or later you'll be able to talk to people. Godfrey Johnson Broadcasting Media, LDD Radio brand. Good afternoon to you in New York City and live around the world. One more time, I want to say thanks to my team, my crew, who are making sure that my platform, LDD Radio, is working fine. I could not go live because there was some issue that I have with my software. I sent it to my team. It should be up by weekend, where I'll be able to go live. And when I say live, from anywhere, it would not be a recording. I will be able to go live, just like I'm doing now. You're going to see me live talking to people. I'm working on it. It should be up by Monday. The reason I didn't have a password for my email address, but I will get it. So we're live right here in New York City, Sunday with the Music Man. Remember, if you're coming in the country and you want a guide, we're here for you. Don't forget, you know, we're here. It's going to be a long video. I want you to see the sight and sounds of what it is here in New York. 929-340-1659. That's 929-340-1659. The website, again, my brand, Godfrey. That's GodfreyJohnsonCo.com. GodfreyJohnsonCO.com. That's GodfreyJohnsonCO.com. I have a personal, right, loop with this here. Again, like I said, working as a messenger in the city in 2001. I was working at the time at the UPS, and then I had a second job. And like I said, I started at 12th Avenue and 42nd Street. Good afternoon. Yeah. 12th Avenue and 42nd Street. I got a phone call, And at the time, I was going through one of the most darkest days in my life. I've just lost my business. I had a bakery and restaurant, Spice Island Bakery and Restaurant. From Grenada, I was proud. I lost everything. I remember I went to Manhattan. Most of the time in Manhattan, I was crying all the way. I had my car. My car was taken away from me from gunpoint because they say I owed the bank. And so I never seen the car again. I had everything in that car. And I remember, working in the city, walking up and down in the hot sun, and they would call me and said, hey, could you go to the World Trade Center and pick up a mail? Could you go to the World Trade Center and deliver a mail? And I would come to the World Trade Center most of the time in a nice summer. Upstairs is like 100 degrees, in the subway, 105 degrees. And I remember experienced this for past couple of years. When I lost everything that I had and was doing the messenger in the city, I was working with this guy also. He had a truck and he was from Jamaica. And we was doing delivery. Like I said, picking up the copy machine from Toshiba, from USL, and we would take it all the way, all over New York, delivering it. And he would pay me, $300 a week. But like I said, that Tuesday morning, I think, in 2021, I went to work late. And as I begin to gather myself, and one of these, I'm going to take the same route that I normally take, while going to work. So that morning, I went to work, as usual, 4 o'clock in the morning at Greenwich Street, at the UPS building. And while we working, taking care of ourselves, doing what we got to do, somebody came in and said, hey, there is a fire at the World Trade Center. We never make anything about it because this guy lied a lot. So we didn't believe him. He said, no, I swear on my daughter's name. So when he said he swear on his daughter's name, we realized he was serious. So I walk out from where Greenwich Street inside of the UPS building, and then I see some little fire at the World Trade Center. And then we all know what happened. It's one of the darkest days in my life. And after that, I continued working there. Then we continued doing the delivery to the doorman. In the bottom of Broadway, we were boarded up, it was dark. And little by little, they rebuilt the World Trade Center. So I have a personal insight what it is to be here, to see everything rebuilt. And that's what your life should be about. Don't give up. Never give up. Like I said, in doing my channel, I have a lot of disappointment. Like the guy told me last week, he said, Music Man, Mr. Johnson, forget about the past. You're moving forward now. Forget what you didn't do. Let's move forward today, for now, for 2025. And that's what I plan to do with my channel. Because, we could reach the world here. Many times in my life, I be at other radio stations, and sometimes you don't get the recognition that you deserve because of other people looking to get their own brand. But the impact that LDD Radio had in this community is tremendous, especially where business is concerned. And even now, when I go to different business, they will remember me. Oh, Mr. Johnson, I haven't seen you in a long time. So Sunday evening right here with the Music Man, Godfrey Johnson Broadcasting Media, LDD Radio brand. And I'm here spending some time with you, show the sight and sounds of the World Trade Center that was rebuilt. And like I said, I have a personal relationship, with that, being as a messenger in the city, doing the delivery and working for UPS and seeing the destruction that had caused. And one of these days, I think I should write a book concerning this, because few people have the opportunity to experience that in their life. They see it through books, through magazines, they have experienced it through the words, through somebody else's insight. But I had a front row seat to what happened that morning at the World Trade Center. And I'm going to say, so we're going to make our way back to upstairs. I wanted to get a full iPhone. got the store right here. I need to get a new laptop and iPad. I'm going to come back because I need it to do my software. Get a little bit more. Everything that you need is here, so you don't have to live right here at the World Trade Center. And Dr. Johnson Broadcasting Media. LDD Radio brand. I'm telling you, at the end of the day. Thank you so much for spending your time with us as always. I'm going to come back another time because I need to get an iPod and a Mac for my business. Now, if you out there and your church or organization, one of the things that I notice a lot of times, you're working from behind because, most time people don't believe in you, and that's a good thing. But what's nice about when people who know you don't believe in you, the world is so big. For I'll give an example. I may never have somebody that know me subscribe to my channel, but there are 2 billion people in the world. Not 2, there are 7 to 8 billion people in the world. I'm going to repeat it. There are 7 to 8 billion people in the world. And sometimes God uses strangers in your life to bless you. God used strangers, and I see it every single time. Actually, in my life, most of the hatred that I face come from because of the love that other people have given to me. And one of the things that I've learned in my life, my success and my failures rise together. And we're going to repeat it. My success and my failures rise together. And the reason for that, God don't want me to be cocky. So as much as He blessed me, He allowed me to fail. I would tell you in my own life, looking back, as I share this with you today, I don't know who I'm helping, is do not be afraid of being rejected. This is something I will leave with you. Do not be afraid of being rejected in life, because this would be one of the best decisions that could ever happen to you if you was rejected, because there are places and there are tables that God don't want you to sit on. He don't want you to sit there, and sometimes you don't know, right? They're just saying some of the best prayers are prayers that never answer. And so normally I don't do this, but I'm here on Sunday and I want to just pass it on to my listeners to give some contents, and this is where we'll be going for 2025. Our channels, we're going to bring you a lot of information, a lot of news, and a lot of other contents right here, right? This is how we do it right here. Don't forget to check out. Please subscribe if you can, so you can get more contents. Just subscribe to our channel. That way, when we upload something, you know ahead of time, what it is. So if you're out there, keep pushing. Keep fighting, keep going on. Remember, the greatest revenge is tremendous success. Remember, there are 8 billion people in the world. And then if the people who know you don't support you, God will make sure that He puts strangers to support you. This is how we do it right here on a Sunday evening. 929-340-1659. That's 929-340-1659. 929-340-1659. Godfrey at GodfreyJohnsonCO.com. That's Godfrey at GodfreyJohnsonCO.com. Is about to leave. I'm gonna go back out and give you sights and sounds from outside. And as we're gonna close up this video, maybe 50 minutes. Close it up around 50 minutes. Godfrey Johnson Broadcasting Media, right here in New York City. Godfrey Johnson Broadcasting Media. Sunday evening right here in New York City. Broadcasting to you live right here. That's how we do it with you in mind. Thank you so much for watching my video. Don't forget to subscribe, put on the notification bell so whenever I put on a video you will know. Alright? And in anything that you do in life, always remember the greatest revenge is tremendous success. The greatest revenge is massive success. The greatest revenge is massive success. This is my quote. Have a wonderful Sunday evening. May God bless you and keep you. Thank you so much for spending your time with Godfrey Johnson Broadcasting Media Incorporated.